Welcome to the Sunday Live Show. Welcome to the Sunday Live Show. Or shall I say, the Friday Live Show. The Friday Live Show. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be the Friday Live Show. We got some stuff to look at, some money to make. I feel like I haven't been on live in a while. Skip last Sunday. But we got some good stuff to talk about today, man. Some really good stuff to talk about today. You know, some good stuff. But before we even get started, make sure we like this up. Does bro read the Twitch chat? Yes, I read the Twitch chat. Before we even get started, make sure you guys like this. Double tap the screen. Last Sunday, we told you guys not to short this, by the way. We said it's in the buying area right here. And what do you know? It bounced up, went up almost $20. I mean, we can go to the past Sunday live streams and literally show you how accurate we've been. We could do that. We could do that. We really could. But we won't. We won't. You know? We won't. But make sure you guys double tap the screen and we can get started. We're not getting started till we got at least 3K likes. I'm gonna just be honest. We don't get at least 3K likes, I'm gonna just post this by myself. I'm gonna review stocks by myself, and then I'm gonna post it on YouTube. I'm not even gonna be live. I'm not even gonna be live. Why? Why am I not gonna be live? Because what's the point? What's the point? So before we even get started, first of all, Target was one. It's just an obvious one. I mean, this thing gaps up, continues to gap up. I mean, I could sit here and tell you the measure move is, to 300 plus. I'll tell you that right now. Um, you are so accurate, brother. Heads up to you. Oh yeah, of course, of course. There's so much money to be made right now. I think this is probably like we're getting into some, not the end of the bull market, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So we just got to make sure we're prepared for this next leg, this next run up that we will have, and go from there. And that's what this Friday live stream is for. So let's run the live stream up to 2K or 3K, and then we'll get started. All right. We will get started. What indicator? All right. Face cam, bro. No. No. Meme coin. Yeah, I mean you could get into some meme coins for sure. One that I'm looking at is Josh Diddy on Dex Screener. Have to stop fading IWM. Alright, so this live stream isn't gonna be too long today. I don't plan on taking you guys time. It's Friday. I know you guys got stuff to do. So we're just gonna look at the main things like the cues. You guys know how these live streams usually go. And then we'll move on to some individual stocks. Okay. So for the cues, what you really want to see and what you've been seeing, first of all, is chop just inside of this range. We will call this chop. And the thing is, if you're not patient right here, if you don't know what you're doing, there's a lot of people that are like this is where you blow accounts. Right here. Inside of this chop area is where you blow accounts. I mean, look what we've been doing for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. We've been sitting inside this chop after we had that FOMC bounce that you guys saw on Wednesday and Tuesday, after we rocketed. There's a lot of people that probably made a lot of money and we're looking to come into this week, which is, we Friday. There was no Friday, which is today, but Monday through Thursday, looking to do the same thing they did on FOMC week, and that's just not what happened. We mainly chopped. Okay, so right here is actually where you want to be patient, and to be honest, you really don't want to try to buy or try to be so bullish up here on the Qs just yet. Now we are going to continue to go higher. Don't we can look at the bigger time frames, and I have us going way up to 515. Okay, but in the shorter time frames, we look at the daily. Okay, and the main thing you want to make sure you're doing is buying good dips. Okay, so if you're looking to get QQQ calls up here, you should be looking to get it at 440. I'd be looking at 439, 440. I would be looking to try to buy this dip, because what you're seeing, even on smaller time frames, is it continues to produce. Let me make this all nice and pretty, and then I'll bring it back. But it continues to produce these lower highs that you're seeing. Okay, so it's not even getting. You're not like this time you didn't get it. This time you didn't get it. This time you didn't get it. So at least until you start breaking above 447, that's when you can start being like, okay, the Qs is ready to take off again. Okay. Now, if you're a long-term investor, you really don't have to worry regardless if you're looking to get some, let's say some 450 Q calls for July. Okay, in my opinion, we should see the market be much higher, because on the weekly, I think the weekly looks very bullish, and like I said, I think this is going to end up getting to 515, just based off some of the things that I have right here. Right, we look at the monthly, we can zoom out. Right. So anticipate the Qs to get to 515, but in the shorter time frame, those are the little things you want to be looking out for. Okay, so anyways, let's move on. I do want to look at IWM, and IWM has been showing strength while the Qs and the SPY have been kind of lagging, etc. I mean, you got kind of first of all, you have a gravestone candle on the daily, so that'd be very interesting to watch coming into next week. We should see maybe a slight pullback or something, but IWM and TNA is what you guys, the small caps, crypto, mid caps, those are going to be the things that are going to be running in this later half that we have inside of this bull run. Okay, so this is something that we talked about for a month, 2 months, 3 months ago. We've been making a bunch of money on TNA, a bunch of money on IWM, a bunch of money on these small caps, and I'm actually very excited to look at some of these individual stocks. But yeah, for IWM, if you just zoom out, all you really have to do is zoom out, first of all, and realize that this has not made a new high, which it usually does inside of a bull run. Okay, so you have a high. I mean, this gave you a generational pullback right here, and to me, we should be expecting this to get to above 280. I think we push all the way back up to the top of this channel. Okay, and it should happen. To me, I think it should happen pretty. Like I said, May, July, June, sometime around there, we should see these small caps and mid caps continue to push out. I mean, you already kind of saw what it could do this week in FOMC, where you've seen it went from 199 all the way up to 210, 211 in like 2 days. Okay, so anticipate some stuff happening with IWM. Is breaking out of this huge range that it literally has a multi-year breakout. Okay. Multi-year breakout. So IWM and TNA is something I'm very, very excited about. And yeah. Yeah. So anyways, let's move on to some individual stocks. Put in the comments what tickers you guys want to look at, and we will look at those individual stocks. All right. We'll look at some of them individual stocks. Like I said, I don't plan on taking you guys' time too long today. All right, it's Friday. It's Friday. How long you been doing this for? About 8-9 years. Can't say thank you for OKT again. You must have made some bands off OKTA. Absolutely, that one went crazy. There's a lot more money to be made in some of these different stocks. What are your watch list, boys? All right, let's look at Apple. Oh no, I want to look at Snow. My bad. Somebody said Snow, and I do want to look at Snow. Actually, This is one that's been dumping. I mean, it had earnings, and what usually happens after earnings is you get that continuation dump to the downside. So I don't want to take too much time on this, but this is an area where I would mainly be bullish at. I mean, the risk to reward is great. All you got to do is stop out below 156. But yeah, I even like these candle formations on these past 3 weeks. So I'd be more bullish than bearish for sure. I mean, this is a buying area, and three candles, like I said, look great on the weekly. Um, but let's look at Tesla. We always got a lot of people looking at Tesla, asking about Tesla. So we will take a peek at Tesla, and I'm telling you right now, Tesla Tesla to me is ready for a good move. You right now you're seeing some consolidation on this 21 EMA, which like you saw happen right here, and it's happening again right here. But the difference of it happening right here is that it's bull diverging while it's happening. Okay, so obviously you need some candle closes above 180 on a daily time frame, but this looks absolutely amazing for reversal. Okay, I think Tesla's not done at all. Tesla's the biggest small cap Okay, Tesla's the biggest small cap and if I think small caps are gonna run, if I think these riskier assets are gonna run, then obviously Tesla is one that's gonna run. Now it's sitting at the bottom of that trend line. To me, I think it's still in this nice channel that you're seeing right here. It goes up, it goes down. You got to see what it does at 208. I really like Tesla heading into next week and these next couple of months. Okay, it looks great. It looks great. And to be honest, if I was looking for next week, which I think I will be looking at Tesla for next week, I'd be looking to try to get into it inside this buyer at 172.60 ish. Okay, once it gets to like 172.60, I'll be looking to get some calls, and that's only like $3 away. Okay, so to me, that's a very good area to buy. I mean, you see some demand over here, even where wick down over here and a bunch right here. So I really like it in this 172.60 area. That's where I'll be watching. MSTR is a 3K stock. That's a stock that we've been telling you to buy since it was like 400, since it was like 200, 300. We've been begging you to buy that stock. All right, so that's a stock that I really like. I really like it. Okay, so we're not gonna look at it. Just that's like an equity hold. You want to buy it, hold it. Don't do too much with it. But for Dell, okay, I do want to look at Dell. Remember, I was telling you guys, okay, these stocks that have these huge gap ups, of course, you're going to get some sort of measly little pullback, but they're never going to. I'm not going to say never, but there's a very low percent chance that it just goes back down to where it was trading at. Okay, so when you get these gap ups, what you're usually going to get at 80 to 85% of the time is what we've been seeing and what we've been documenting as we've been going live, is that you see when it gaps up, it usually just continues to go up. Okay, and that's what you're seeing right now. I told you guys to look at this bounce, like 2 weeks ago when I went live on that Sunday live stream. Somebody asked about Dell, and I was like, this is where you want to buy it at. This is the perfect buying area. It was literally curling up, and now you see it $7 up. And what I'm going to remain and continue to tell you is that this will continue to go up. This will continue to go up. I mean, we could look at some price targets, and maybe it gets to 135. Now it is cooked up. Like, this is one that has been on a tear recently, from $84 all the way up to 114. But I do see it retesting the top of where we saw it on when it blasted for earnings. I do see it coming back up there. You're getting some nice consolidation right here as well. So I would say it looks very good. Now I'd be waiting for it to maybe give a nice little drop to maybe like 109.30 inside this buying area, because me personally, I don't like buying pumps. If you didn't get it right here when we were telling you about it at 106, 107, and then it blasted all the way up to 115, and now you're trying to buy in here, you want to wait for it to maybe sweep 110, 109, and then get in again, okay, over here, okay? But I do see it retesting the top. I think this could get to 135 pretty easily. I mean, we could draw a couple more levels, maybe 147, 173. This is nice. Yeah, I see it continuing. I like it. Boys, how often are you live? Maybe like once or twice a week. Depends. It depends. Yes, sir. It depends. It depends. Um, let's look at Baba in China overall. Okay, we're gonna look at Baba in China overall. Baba in China look amazing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. But first of all, this is just a good buying area for something like Alibaba. Regardless, I mean, it literally came into the buying area. This is where it's been bouncing from for a very long time. But the reason you want to pay attention to China right now and Hang Seng in general is because they're now focusing on the Chinese economy. You see them banning AMD chips, Nvidia, and American companies overall. They are honing in on China. On China, okay? And not only that, I mean, we can look at the Hang Seng. When you look at Baba, you mainly want to take a peek at what the Hang Seng is doing, okay? You don't just want to look at Baba and, because Baba is going to move mainly with what the Hang Seng is doing. Um, so you have to make sure you know what the Hang Seng is doing. And what the Hang Seng is doing is it's just making these higher lows, okay? So that is very, very bullish. Very, very bullish, okay? You can continue to ride this trend line and ride the channel as long as it's in the channel. And what you're seeing right now for a lot of these China stocks and what I think could potentially happen is them getting a slight pump to the upside just because it's been in this channel for so long. I mean, since this whole year. This whole year you see it in this channel. It just goes up, it goes back down. And now it's sitting at the bottom and come on now. I don't think Baba's bear. I don't think it breaks out of this channel. Okay, so if I'm looking at Alibaba and if I'm looking at China stocks like Baidu, Futu, Billy, whatever it is, yes, I think China is probably ready for some sort of good upside. And to be honest, it's long overdue. We can zoom out to the monthly time frames, and this is sitting at a double bottom anyways. So there's a lot of good things that could potentially happen for China. I like it. I like it. And some potential levels you could be looking for is 19,000, even 26,000, where I think China could get very bullish here soon. All right, so that's what I'd be paying attention to. Is Pepe gonna rug, man? How I know? Man, you guys came in here talking about some crypto. Y'all want to talk about crypto? I'm not looking at XRP, bro. There's no way I'm looking at XRP, man. We're looking at stocks. We're looking at stocks. Stocks. DraftKings, silver, PayPal. PayPal looks really, really good. Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. Okay, we're fine. Look, we're finding stocks for next week. Okay, we're not looking at crypto. This is a stock channel, but for something like PayPal is very, very, very interesting, and this has been a very strong stock. Okay, there's no reason you should be bearish on something like this. Now we were telling you to buy it over here at $57. Now it's way up here, and this is on the verge of breaking out. I don't think this is going to slow down at all. PayPal looks very, very good. I mean, we can sit here and draw price targets all we want, but we know this is going back to at least 70 plus, 75. The only thing you got to make sure you're doing is that you're buying enough time on it. You see all this consolidation that was happening, from August all the way up until where you see it right now. This is buying. This is accumulation, and now the accumulation is about to break out. You should easily see this above $75, and you could potentially have a trend reversal. That's happening on a weekly time frame. Okay, so notice what you see on a weekly time frame is that it comes up rejects, but what you're seeing right here is mass consolidation and a break above that weekly 21 EMA that has been holding below since October 2021. It's been holding below for a very long time. Okay, so I really like PayPal. PayPal looks amazing. I would like, and if you want to be smart about it, you would just buy some June $72 calls or something. I don't know, and just sit on them. Okay. if you want to play it safe, or do what you got to do. I don't, me personally, I don't really care. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. All right, let's look at this looks bullish. Okay, whoever says CMCSA, it looks very good. Okay, I'm not gonna look over it too much, but it looked good. I just know because a lot of people in the Discord. If you are in the Discord, make sure you're inside the Discord. We've been going absolutely crazy. TXN, McDonald's. We've been cooking. We've been cooking. Tesla, obviously. All right, so make sure you guys are in the Discord. Link is in the bio. ARM. I'm up on Kueller. Let's look at Visa. All right. I see the demand for Visa. I would like to buy it a little bit below there. I would like to buy it right here at 275, 274. But there is some bullishness happening for it. You do have that hidden bullish divergence, which looks very good. I'm gonna be honest with you. It made a higher low, but you see right here it's making a lower low. So I kind of do like it for that. And you can even kind of see that it's in this nice channel. I mean, it looks good. Like this like it's good risk to reward right here for sure. I actually do kind of like it right here, but yeah. I mean, and what you normally see, what you've been seeing on a daily time frame is that it usually gets bought up at that daily 21 EMA, but it look alright. Looks alright. But like I said, I don't want to hold you guys up for too long tonight. I know it's Friday. I know you guys got stuff to do. I know you guys got stuff to do. You can look at Lulu. Okay, so what did I tell you guys what happens with earnings? So for earnings, you see a nice gap down. So what you should expect is maybe a slight little rebound and then for it to continue to drop just a little bit more. I mean, that's just what we've been seeing with a lot of these stocks that gap down or or even gap up. Okay. So if a stock gaps up for earnings, usually it's going to continue to go. If a stock gaps down for earnings, it's usually going to continue to go down. All right. So that's what I'll be paying attention to. We already looked at Tesla. So we're not going to look at it again. But yeah. Now I'm surprised nobody said TXN, okay? Now, TXN looks absolutely incredible. And this is a stock that we've been making a lot of money on. But it's breaking out of this huge cup and handle that you can see right here. And this nice bull flag. And this thing obviously has price targets up to 180, 189. 190. I mean, you can sit here and zoom out on something like TXN, and this is why I'm like crazy nobody said this one. But you can look at something like TXN and have a knowing that this is more likely than not, and it's a semiconductor, and they're getting grants from the government, etc. You can look at TXN and get some July calls and be very, very confident in something like this because you can look at it on a bigger time frame, and you never really got this much amount of consolidation for 2 years. Okay, so what you can expect is this to go absolutely crazy. And me personally, I got a price target all the way up to 250. Okay, so this is probably one of my favorite watches. I think you can make a lot of money on this one. Now, obviously, you got to be inside the Discord if you want the contracts that we're going to get into. If you're already in there, do not worry. We're going to get into this, okay? We've already been making money on it, with the day trades, etc. We've been going crazy with it. But we definitely plan on getting in again. All right. But TXN looks good. I don't know why nobody said that one. Zillow definitely looks good. Zillow is something I've been paying attention to for some time now. It's literally in that buying. It literally bounced from that buying area. It's even giving you a nice little entry point right here. This looks absolutely amazing, and this is something that I really wish I would have saw at $45. But even right here, it's only up $3 from where I would like to buy it at. But this looks incredible. These are the setups that we look for on a daily basis. Okay, It looks good. I think this can definitely continue to make its move upwards. I mean, we can sit in here and draw some price targets. And all this really has to do is break above 57. And, you know, it's clear air. It's going to 70. I can see this even at 90, 90 plus. Okay. But, yeah, I like it. And rates are definitely going to end up going down. I think why you're seeing small caps and why you're seeing small caps kind of do what they're doing right now is because rates are getting anticipated to come down or cut sometime. PLTR, Apple. Okay. Peloton. Why you want to look at Peloton so bad, man? What is Peloton doing, man? Oh yeah, we not looking at this, bro. This is a lost cause. It's a lost cause. I mean, there's no reason. There's no way I'd be looking at this, bro. I'm just be honest with you. There's no way. I don't even care if it goes up. This is just ugly. This is ugly, man. Let's look at INTC. INTC, you have to know that this is more likely than not going to continue to march upwards, okay? And that's just the case with what's been. I mean, look at the day. I mean, look at the monthly. Look at the monthly on this. And we actually have a monthly close. We can actually start looking at monthly close candles. Yeah, because Monday is going to be April 1st. So this is obviously how this is going to close on the monthly, and it looks good. I mean, you could look at the weekly as well. INTC, more likely than not, is going to end up continuing to march upwards. I like it, but, you know, it's stuck in this consolidation. You know, it needs to break out from some things. But if you're looking for some July $50 calls on INTC, I think that's easy money. Easy money. All right? Put in the comments what stocks we're looking at. We'll look at them. We'll look at them. All right. Let's look at Apple. A lot of people want to look at Apple. We'll look at Apple. All right. So first of all, what you want to see happen for Apple is that it sweeps this level that you see right here. Okay. I'm gonna just be honest with you. If it double bottoms, cool. But to me, that's a bit too obvious. You want to see something like this happen. Okay. And then that's when you would want to go long. I would only go long as if this literally comes down to like 160 and then you get that. Okay, so I mean, this could really come down, you know, maybe even 153 maybe, but I'd be watching right here. I would love to get this at 153. I really would. But will we get that? I don't know. Is the market that strong for it to not do that? You know, possibly. And, you know, Apple is Apple at the end of the day. We do know this is going to end up going way higher than it is right now. You know, I have 200, 220 plus on something like Apple. But would that 153, 152 dip by be amazing? Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But it needs to break below 167. Okay, if you don't get that break below 167, there's no point even watching for it to go lower. This could potentially be a double bottom, and why you need to start paying attention to Apple. But if it does break below 167, your next potential buy should be, you know, around 152, the 150 areas. Okay, that's the main thing that I'd be paying attention to. But yeah, I mean, inside of here, there's no point in looking at it on a smaller time frame. I mean, look what it's doing. It's just chopping inside of this area. It's ugly right here. No point. Ugly, 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 ugly. No point in looking at it right there. None. You don't look at Celsius. Celsius has taken off. That's something my boy Big O called inside of the Discord back when it was like $60, $65, $59. And, you know, now you see it where it's at right now. So I don't really want to look at that one. It's going crazy. Okay? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Pass. 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 Alright. So Google, FedEx. Look at FedEx. All right, let's look at FedEx, man. Yeah, I mean, what did this gap up for earnings? Of course it did. I mean, like I said, for earnings, when you get an earnings gap up, anticipate it to continue to go up. Okay. So I think UPS is going to continue to go up. Now, what is FedEx is going to continue to go up, but what is UPS doing? UPS had the perfect dip buy. I wish I would have seen it. I wish I would have seen it. I wish I would have seen it. Yeah, FedEx is going to continue to go up. Like I said, when a stock has a gap up like that, it usually continues to go up, okay? Are my puts going to bank Monday? Give me your opinion. Are my SPY puts going to print on Monday? If I had to tell you if something was going to print, on that day, first of all, it's too risky, bro. Nobody knows for sure. But we do know that SPY is going to continue to march upwards. We do know that much, okay? We do know SPY, we had a price target to 500. SPY 500 back when SPY was 380, 386. We were getting called crazy over here, okay? So when we look at something like SPY now, I think SPY is going to end up getting to, above 560, maybe even 600, 6,000 for sure over here. Okay, so we know it's going to continue to march upwards. Okay, and we know there's a time span to this bull market, this bull run. But for Monday, if we're looking to see what's going to happen Monday, I will tell you that it is sitting at resistance, and it has just been chopping here for some time now. So it's kind of risky, I will say, just because we're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. There's been way more green candles than red candles. So, maybe it'll dump, maybe it won't. I think the Qs looks more bearish than SPY, though. I will say that. The Qs is making... First of all, I'm not bearish at all. I don't know why people want to be bearish, to be honest with you. We made so much money to the upside. The small caps and mid caps haven't really even got started. There's a lot of money to be made to the upside still. Like, a lot more money to be made to the upside. But if you want to be bearish for the short term, the Qs is making higher lows or lower highs. So when I see this, it usually produces some sort of waterfall, and I think that waterfall could potentially take you to 439. But does it really matter in the bigger picture when we think SPY is going to get to 515? No, we're in a buy the dip market. Okay, some of you guys haven't been in a bull market or a bear market. You haven't been in any type of market. This is your first market. And I'm here to tell you right now, buy the dip culture exists. Okay, there's a reason the market can remain more irrational than you can remain solvent. Okay, so that's just the little things I think about the Qs. We already kind of looked at it. Obviously, you want to see this make a higher high. You want to see it break above 445 at the very minimum. 446. Just so it can make a higher high instead of these lower highs that it's been producing. But we'll have to see, man. Market is overbought, in my opinion. The market's been overbought for some sort of time now. But I'm telling you right now, if you're looking at overbought, oversold, these are usually momentum like the RSI overbought. Like when it gets above 60, 70, that's usually when it starts blasting off. Okay, so overbought, oversold inside of a bull market. Overbought inside of a bull market is you wanna kind of be wary of. There's a reason Nvidia has been above 70. This thing has been above 7. Look at where it went above 70. It went above 70 January 8th. I'm gonna just put you on some game just really quick, but like January 2nd, that's as close as we can get. This is where Nvidia went above the 70 RSI, which is overbought. If you read books and if you read a book, it'll tell you that RSI over 70 is overbought, which usually means people, which they try to tell you to sell. That's not the case, okay? It just when the indicator is above 70 inside of a bull market, that means there's a lot of momentum. Okay, overbought doesn't always mean new highs, by the way. Okay, it doesn't always mean new highs. We've had no new highs and it still go above, or we've had no new highs and the RSI be lower. But when it gets above 70, January 2nd, this is when it got to overbought territory, and then it continued to go up another $400, $500. Okay, so that's just a little gain for Friday. All right, let's look at let's look at a few more stocks and then we'll get up out of here. Okay, like I said, I don't want to hold you guys up for too long tonight, man. I don't want to hold you guys up for too long tonight, man. It's Friday and you got stuff to do. Let's look at Amazon. I see a couple people asking about Amazon. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you are inside of the Discord. We have an Easter sale today. It won't be live for that long. If you want specific call outs, make sure you're in the Easter sale, okay? And I'm going to just tell you right now. Like, it's funny to see all this stuff happen because this is stuff that we talked about literally a year or two ago, okay? We told you to please buy this dip. We told you Amazon was going to go to all-time highs right here, right here. We told you to get over here. And now what do you see? Amazon about to breach all-time highs. And the thing that you have to know about Amazon right now is that this hasn't had a breakout since 2021. Okay, if you guys remember 2021, all Amazon did was sit here and chop. A lot of people are getting mad because Amazon didn't do anything when there was a big rally inside of the market. So now what you're going to get is the breakout that Amazon should have had. And, I potentially see this getting to 255, easily all-time highs for sure, easily 200 plus for sure. And you should anticipate this to go a lot higher. All right. Now, if we're looking at short term, which, I don't really like looking at short term or, what's going to happen tomorrow or what's going to happen in 2 days. Look, the money is made buying leaps or buying long-term out swings inside of a bull market and just sitting back and holding it and being patient enough. That's where the real money's made. But if you want to look what Amazon could potentially do in the short term, I mean, it's just sitting here consolidating and you want to buy on the next red candle because it's just doing the same thing. It's been doing the same thing since February 12th for almost 2 months, where it just comes down, red candle, you buy the dip, goes back up, red candle, buy it. You understand? So the next red candle that you get, you just want to buy it, and then pretty simple stuff, okay? But when you know that, when you look at the big picture and then you come over and look at the smaller time frames, you have to know that that's the case. All right, I mean, look, it's going to 188. I think this can get to 250 plus easily. All right, and we've been very accurate on a lot of these stocks. Like some people, you may come in here and be like, "There's no way Amazon gets to 250," but I'm telling you right now, people were saying that when I was saying Amazon's going to get to all-time highs, and it was at 118, 120. You understand? So. No reason to do MSTR analysis. We told you guys to buy it at $200. We told you to get to buy it at $400. We told you to continue to buy the dip. Matter of fact, if you go look at our TikTok right now, we were saying this is the greatest investment you can ever get into. And then go look at the comments. Somebody's like, no, you're wrong. That stock's going to 3K. Bands are being made on that. Bands. Just based off a little information to where if you tuned in, you could have got in at $200 and now you could have 10x. It went all the way to 1900. It went all the way to 1900 and it's going to continue to go up. Okay? Like, I mean, look at this. You see all the circles? This is what we're telling you to buy it. You see the little cup? We're telling you it's in a cup and handle. You see all these little resistors we told you? See yeah, this is where we're telling you to buy it. And now it's gone. So I'm not going to look at that one. I'm not gonna look at it. Let's look at we already looked at Tesla. If you want to know what's happening with Tesla, we post the best stocks that we get into inside of the Twitter. So before we actually look at Shopify, make sure you guys are all following the Twitter. The link is in the bio. You click the little X icon, and then you follow the Twitter. We're not gonna move on until we get 3,000 90 Twitter followers. Okay, I think we could do that. I think that's very manageable. I've been on here for 40 minutes, giving you game, straight game, nothing but straight game. So an accurate game. Like it's not just like you can listen to me. You can listen to me today. Come back in a month and be like, God dang, I should have listened. You can listen to me today, and then come back in a month and be like, God dang, I should have listened. That's been the story. That's been the story. Okay. But let's follow Twitter. Once we get to 3,090, we'll move on. If we don't, we might have to just get up out of here. Do we have to pay a fee to have? No, you just join the Twitter. You just follow the Twitter. Everything's free on the Twitter. I mean, you don't get that. You get some nice information on here. Some good charts every once in a while and some narration and stuff. There's some good stuff on there. All right, but we're not gonna move on until we get 3,090. Carvana, Google, Reddit. All right. You want to look at Carvana? You want to look at Google? You want to look at Reddit? We'll look at them. We'll look at them. But you gotta be patient. Matter of fact, you gotta follow the Twitter. We need one more, and then we can move on. Cloudflare. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We gotta look at Cloudflare. Interested in snow. We already looked at snow. All right, there it goes. So I think we're not gonna look at Google because Google is already gone. There's no point looking at Google. This is something that we told you the same thing was gonna happen to for Amazon. This is gonna end up going to all-time highs. The only thing you gotta make sure you're doing was buying enough time on these contracts. So we're gonna move on to something like Net, which to me has a bit more potential, but you should anticipate Google to get well above 175. You should anticipate to continue to go higher, okay? I mean, I could have went over there and did price targets, but we'll keep that for the Discord. Join the Discord if you want to see the price targets on Google. But if you look at Net, this is a stock that I absolutely think continue to run, and the reason that's so is because I always tell you guys, when a stock has a nice gap up for earnings, this thing went all the way to 116. It's sitting at $96 now. What usually happens is it continues to go up. Okay, now for this one, it's taking a bit longer on smaller time frames, daily. But the weekly, I mean, it's right on par with this continuing to march upwards, okay? You're getting a few weeks of consolidation, but make no mistake, this thing will more likely than not continue to go up. I mean, I think this can easily get to 152. If the market gets really crazy, you can see this above, at 300. And that doesn't sound crazy when you look at the market cap of Net. Okay, Net's market cap is 32 billion, and we know cybersecurity stocks are the wave. They've been the wave. We told you to buy CrowdStrike when it was 140. And now you see CrowdStrike at 320. And guess what? CrowdStrike had a $30 billion market cap when it was 140. It was in the same position Net is. Net just money hasn't rotated into these smaller mid caps just yet, okay? But it will. I really like Cloudflare. I think this is easily sitting in a nice little bull flag that you see right here on a weekly time frame. And I think this thing's ready to go. I think it's ready to go. I think we can see this at 125 pretty soon. Obviously, it has to break out from this little rectangle that you see it in, this consolidation area, which would be, above some candle close above $100. But it looks very good, okay? Swept the lows right here, came down to the bottom. It looks good, all right? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in on a Friday night. I know you guys got stuff to do later. I know you don't want to just hear me sit on here and talk all day, so thank you guys for tuning in. All of this will be posted on the YouTube and the best setups on the Twitter. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, happy Easter. Happy Easter, you guys. I'll talk to you later. I'm out.